It's finally in service. The ATOMIX clock. I had wanted to put this in service for at least 15, 16, 17 years and never did. And now it's finally in service. From this angle, it's a little hard to read. It just is. That's the way the LCD is, but that's not where I'm typically going to view it from. I'm going to view it from here, which is where my computer in my office is. And that is exactly where I envisioned this clock going now, because there's something on the other wall where it originally was going to go after the plans for the kitchen didn't end up working out. I can actually read it from here, which is nice. Probably in a few years won't be able to. But the angle of the dangle of the LCD does not appear to be a problem from here. Let me zoom in on that. And I gotta lower this a little bit, so give me a second here while I loosen this up. Gotta go down a little more. So there it is, finally in service. I was going to put the DOVEET clock, the huge one here, but it's not necessary because the clock is perfectly readable. Even the date and the day and the temperature, it's all there. It's perfect. For 240 volts out there, yeah, it's clock torping, okay, but at least I'm getting good use out of stuff. And for Tallboy, yes, I did replace the batteries with good ones and reset the time manually, and I had no trouble doing so. I just have to be real careful with those buttons, and it was not a big deal. The DOVEET clock has the outdoor temperature and humidity as well, but that's just not really a big deal because just to the other side of me is the Aldi weather station that has the outdoor temperature on top and the indoor. It's sitting on top of a radiator, so it always is going to read wrong, but at least you got that. So totally don't need the clock on the wall there, but I can't even tell you. I did this yesterday, and I can't even tell you how many times I've looked at it since. Definitely the right place for it. And it's funny because the computer is right here, this clock is right here, and I can look at either of those. But nope, glancing at the wall is just where I expect it to be, and it works perfectly. I'm not going to show you because taking it off the wall is something I don't want to do, but of course the head of the screw that I chose to mount this was just a little bit too big to fit into that triangular shaped opening. There's going to be a link in the prescription to the 2 original videos on this clock, so you can watch those. So take a look down there, and you will certainly see the triangular shaped hole in the back. So the way I did this was to simply place the clock on the wall where I thought it looked good, and then I wanted to center it between the molding on either door that's there, so it's right in the middle where you'd expect it to be. So then I measured out from where I had the clock, just holding it on the wall, and just kind of fudged it back and forth a little bit until the measurement on either side of the clock was perfect. At that point, I ran a pencil along the top of it to get a top mark, and then I measured the back of the clock to where the screw would be from the top of the clock, and measured down from that mark on the wall that amount, and that's where I put the screw in, and it was absolutely perfect. So measuring 64 times and screwing once means I didn't screw up. And for the DOVEET clock, I pretty well did the same thing. You can see there it is. Nice big display, everything's perfect. Indoor on the left, outdoor on the right at the bottom. Just nice all around. It's perfect. And once again, measuring from the edge of the light fixture to the mirror, put the clock on the wall about where I think it should be, and just do the same kind of measurements. And yeah, that looks pretty good right there. And I'm happy that's in service. It grabs the weather from the outdoor sensor there. So there are 3 now chooching off of that one sensor, and it's working fantastic. Love it. These clocks are now in service and looking great, doing everything that they're supposed to. So I finally am getting good use out of this stuff. Just a little project that the cards sort of fell into the right place yesterday and put them up, and just wanted to share that with you. So thank you very kindly for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe. And does anybody really know what time it is? Yeah, I don't think so, although it's right on their phone. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.